Oh my goodness. What is going on today? Look at this friggin' shiny unit. Wow. So I'm continuing with this LY2 Gen 4 LS engine. And it has some typical things I've experienced before. It's got a broken exhaust manifold bolt, broke right off in there. So I have experienced this before with the Firebird and the 5.3. So there's a couple ways you can approach removing these typically broken off exhaust manifold bolts. One is you can drill it. If you can actually get into it with a drill, you can drill it and then try an extractor. Or if they're sticking out a little bit, sometimes you can just grab them with like vice grips or something. And the third option, which I've done before on the Firebird on the 5.3, was I welded a nut. Just put a nut there and weld it, and then you have something to get a hold of, and it heats it up a little bit. I think the heat helps. So I've got my welding apparatus here. It's just a 110 flux core. It does have an input for gas on the back, so you could run gas with this machine and MIG wire, but right now it just comes as a flux core, so I'm just burning flux core wire. That's what I'm working with. There's also one broke off in the cam sensor and the front timing cover there, but I think you could probably get a hold of that with vice grips or something if you pop the sensor out, but might have to tackle that as well. Okay, so I've welded a nut on here and it got bright red, and I let it cool down, and I tried to wiggle it a bit because I had the vice grips on there to hold it, and it was seemed pretty solid, so I figured I could put a little bit more weld in there. So I hit it a second time, put more welds in there, and it turned bright red. So I'm gonna put a wrench on it now and see if it'll come loose. It's turning. I don't think that's my welds turning. Sometimes you want to wiggle it back and forth in case the aluminum gets piled up in the threads, or hit it with some, once you get it moving, you can probably hit it with some penetrating fluid. I think it's moving now. This wrench might be hot. Actually, it's cooled down considerably. Seems to be coming out, so that's a good sign. I think I want to check and see if I have any penetrating fluid, but I think it's gonna come out. Looks like it's coming out. Okay, I couldn't really find much except for some weird silicone spray. I got an extra long ratchet wrench for some reason, but it seems to be perfect for this job. So I put a little bit of this silicone, liquid wrench silicone, that's all I could find. But I don't think it really did much. So I think that worked, same as it did last time. That's how I did it last time on the Firebird. Dun, dun, dun. Not too bad. Not too bad. Threads look okay. Bolt came out. No damage done. So that's good. Got the bolt out. Everything's looking pretty good. I got some stainless headers that I sort of want to fit up, but I'm just not sure if they're going to fit the car. I'm pretty confident they're going to fit the engine, but now that I have that broken stud out of there, so I'll check the other side, but I'm pretty sure the other side's fine. I think it was just that one bolt, and there's one in the cam sensor as well. I might tackle that one. Look how long that wrench is, as long as the whole fuel rail. Pretty much as long as the valve cover almost. Okay, I welded a nut onto the timing chain cover for the cam sensor bolt that was broke off, and I got it nice and hot, and then now it seems to be coming out. Is it cooled down? Yeah, I think it's cooled down. But it's coming out now relatively easily. It was a bugger. It was difficult to get the cam sensor out because I couldn't really turn it, so that was a bit of a pain, but this bolt is coming out relatively easy with the nut welded on there and with the heat. I think the heat really helped because I tried putting the vice grips on there at first, and the vice grips were not budging it at all. But the bolt is coming out, so that's good. I might have to repaint the timing chain cover again, but I don't think that's any big deal. Okay, there she is. So I managed to successfully get the broken exhaust bolt out. It was recessed a little bit, but I just stacked a little bit of weld in there and welded the nut to it and got that out. I ended up destroying the cam sensor trying to get it out, but I feel like I succeeded in getting the bolt out because this bolt was snapped off in there, or the head was snapped off of it, so I welded a nut to that. I actually destroyed the cam sensor getting it out, but you win some, you lose some. You take the bad with the good, I guess. So I scratched the paint up a little bit here when I destroyed the cam sensor trying to get it out. But I'm just gonna splash some more paint on there, and hopefully that'll be good enough. And then I was able to test fit these stainless headers. So she's looking pretty good now compared to when I started. This was a really dirty, rusty engine when I started. And now she's looking pretty good, I gotta say.